Zepbound weight stall, people always say these things, and I'm gonna give you 5 game changers to smash that Zepbound weight stall. Hi, beautiful friends. I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I have been on Zepbound and Mounjaro and Tirzepatide compound the last 2 years, losing over 103 pounds, getting close to my 130-pound weight loss goal, going from morbidly obese and a severe amount of pain to now living a happy, joyous, and free life. And on today's episode, I wanna dive into 5 game-changing tips if you're on a weight stall. And I speak from personal experience. This is not theory. I'm not a medical doctor, so this is not medical advice, but I am from somebody who has been in the trenches for decades of being morbidly obese and the juggernaut of my weight to now having freedom of, weight training and horseback riding and doing a lot of really, really cool stuff, riding roller coasters, wearing skirts, buckling my safety belt on an airplane, and being the best mom and wife I can be. So let's dive in. Number one, before any of this, I ripped my paper, but I want you to talk to your healthcare provider. That's me talking to my healthcare provider. Isn't she cute? Talk to your healthcare provider. If your healthcare provider is not a part of this conversation of you feeling either upset, I'll use my I statements. I felt very upset. And you can go back in my YouTube videos. You can see week after week after week after week on my Zepbound weigh-ins, I'm not losing weight. And that sucked. I mean, that was not fun. Literally, I'd have to watch extra episodes of Bluey to make myself feel better. my kid doesn't really watch Bluey anymore, but I digress. I still love Bluey. And so I'm all joking aside, it was a bummer. It took me back to being morbidly obese, being like, well, I'm just a failure. I'm never gonna, like, these old tapes that are not true and that are also not helpful. It is true that I can lose weight. It is true I can get my health together. It is true I can be physically fit. And if it's true for me, it can be true for you too. I'm not special. My mom says I'm special, but I'm not special. And so therefore, I want to give you encouragement on this, starting that conversation with your healthcare provider. If you do not have one that you like, switch over to Join Fridays, use the discount code QUEEN. The link will be in the description. I've got a ton of free resources for you today. Those will also be linked in the free description too. Just click that ... more button. Number one, did you know 1 in 5 people, there is an Associated Press article that came out in November, the end of November, that I'm going to cite down in the description link. 1 in 5 people, 1 in 5 people do not have a response to GLP-1 medications, meaning like Ozempic, WEGOVY, Mounjaro, Zepbound, to name a few. 1 in 5. 1 in 5. That's a lot of people that are not having a response to GLP-1 medication. So you come on YouTube and you see a video like mine of like, oh my gosh, this chick, she went from being, morbidly obese to what she is now. Why am I not losing weight? Y'all, literally, I had these thoughts a few months ago, being stuck in this loop of being like, I've lost 90 pounds, I've lost 90 pounds, which is amazing, by the way, but not being able to progress further and still being considered overweight. I'm still technically overweight until I get to the 27 pounds down. That's my 27 more pounds, so it's 130 total. Then I'll be considered normal weight. But 1 in 5 people, I hope that gives you hope. But here's why I think that number is slightly skewed. In this data report from the Associated Press, it talks about how millions of people, 20% of patients, millions of people are on GLP-1 medication, but it's not a one-size-all-fit result. And so I want to keep that in mind, but I think that there's some things that in that study that was done that I want to cite my sources. As always, I have to cite my sources to be factually accurate. I will let you know when I'm citing a scientific source versus my own opinion. In my own opinion, I think that data is slightly skewed for a couple of reasons. One, GLP-1 medications are so new, we're still learning so much about them. And the first thing that I would do is you need to be talking with your healthcare provider, one that you trust, one that is knowledgeable if you're for obesity or for type 2 diabetes. If they are not, switch to another one that is. Join Fridays is the leader in in obesity management. The thing that I would encourage is talking to your healthcare provider, number one, about increasing your dose. For me, people say, and I've done videos, click the like and subscribe button. You can see all about titrating up and changing doses. But that may be a conversation. If you're on Zepbound 2.5 milligrams and you haven't seen squadouche, you're on Zepbound 5 milligrams, you haven't seen squadouche, or Mounjaro 2.5 milligrams, or Mounjaro 5 milligrams, you may just need a higher dose. Your body simply just may require more than the average lima bean. Or lima beans is what I was saying, than the average Joe Schmo. So you may require more because obesity is not one size fit all. There is a variety of spectrum, a wide spectrum on that. use simply. And I say simply to make, it is simple. You may just need a higher dose. And then you may have this reprieve with medication. That 1 in 5 study, I question how high those people titrated. Did they go up as high as they can go? Zepbound's highest dose is Zepbound 15 milligrams, which I am on, and have been on for, I think it's been a year now. I need to look. I've been on Zepbound and Mounjaro and Tirzepatide for the last 2 years because of the shortages. That's why there's the variation. But Zepbound and Mounjaro are the same thing. So increasing your dose, you may just need more of a dose. It could be as simple as that to smash this weight stall for you. That's why having this conversation with your healthcare provider who's knowledgeable on obesity management is so important, because you could save yourself a lot of pain, a lot of tears. Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. So I had to increase my dose. That's also, I mean, I saw results along the way, but increasing the dose may be the solution. Number 2, changing from, if you are changing GLP-1 medication, again, I am not a healthcare provider. These are for conversations for you to have with your healthcare provider, but it may be, and I have a free encouragement group. I have a ton of free resources for you down below, a free group, twice a week, free encouragement newsletter that has specific actionable, encouraging items for you that comes out on Mondays and Thursdays. On Monday, I'm going to be announcing my next live show, so you're going to want to be signed up. It's down on countessofshopping.com. Any of my blog posts have a pop-up to sign up for my email newsletter. The free side effects trackers on there, the free Zepbound checklist trackers on there, like a ton of free stuff for you. Countessofshopping.com, a blog all for you. An encouragement group for daily encouragement and challenges and prizes too. I give out great prizes. But changing your GLP-1 medication, if you're on WEGOVY, which is semaglutide, slightly less data than Tirzepatide. Tirzepatide's higher data than semaglutide. Semaglutide's still fabulous, queen. It's still amazing, honey, but slightly less data than Tirzepatide. So you may simply need to switch over to Tirzepatide, going from WEGOVY to Zepbound. That may be something you need to talk to your healthcare provider about, which may mean, and I've seen this over and over and over and over with both of these, when increasing dose, when changing medication, for me, meant side effects. With side effects, for me, there's, not for me, for everybody, there's 4 of them. Diarrhea, constipation, nausea, vomiting, gastrointestinal, there's 4. For me, the biggest part of those side effects meant getting something to help me with them. If I'm expelling out with diarrhea, I needed an electrolyte. If I'm having constipation, needing something to help me with that, I have used and bought 2 years ago, and now I've been using it for the last 2 years, and I bought it because an influencer said it was the best, and I was like, okay, I trusted them. I'm gonna go with what they say. For me, I bought it out of my own pocket and have been using it ever since. LMNT electrolytes. They have in there magnesium, potassium, sodium. They have sticks. They also have cans. The cans are fantastic. The cans have in there also magnesium, potassium, and sodium. I love these. Now, it has in there 16 ounces, and so sometimes I drink the whole thing, sometimes I don't. I love the flavorings on them, and if you see me in Car Pickup Line, I probably always have one in my car. But I have recently, I've switched up my routine a little bit with my electrolytes. I used to chug all of them, 1 stick, in a tumbler with 40 ounces. I now am it makes me so excited. Like literally, I'm tickled. I have a little competition with myself to get more water in. And I switched over. They have raspberry, salt, watermelon, orange. I do orange now because one of you viewers told me you kept raving about orange, and I was like, I haven't had it in like a year. I went back to it. I'm obsessed. From raspberry salt to this, I've had it every day for months now, and I'm like, like today, I'm like, I can't wait to have. I haven't had mine yet. A third. I'll do a third of a stick with 40 ounces of water, a second third of stick with 40 ounces of water, and a third of stick with 40 ounces of water. So I'm sipping my water throughout the day because it has magnesium, potassium, and sodium. It's got that orange flavoring, but with that sodium in there, it's just delicious. Now it's cold right now. There's snow on the ground. So they do have hot electrolytes, the chocolate medley, chocolate raspberry, chocolate mint, chocolate caramel. Oh, I'll have those typically mid-afternoon. Typically no more than 1 stick per day for me is typically what I do. You can have more than that, but I don't. 1 can or 1 stick, depending. Recently, I've been on my stick kick. And it's been awesome, particularly with lifting and walking, and I'm moving so much. But with those side effects from either changing medication or increasing dose, LMNT has been the way to go for me. I highly recommend. It has aided in my 103-pound weight loss 100%. Now, if you have a little bit of sensitivity towards maltodextrin, get the cans. Cans don't have any maltodextrin in them. And the unfiltered, the unflavored ones that don't have maltodextrin. I don't really care. Like, it's nominal. It has not affected my weight loss at all. It's been actually aiding in my weight loss. And it's helped me to be able to work out more, to be stronger, better, faster. It's helped with my food choices, and it's helped me with my weight loss journey. You can use the discount code QUEEN. Go to drinkelement.com/queen, QUEEN, to get 8 free sticks with any purchase. So if you're purchasing the cans, if you're purchasing the hot electrolytes, meaning they can go in coffee, like the chocolate medley, the chocolate raspberry, the chocolate mint, or the flavors like the fruitier ones like orange, raspberry salt, watermelon, citrus salt. They do have spicy habanero. My kid loves that one, by the way. My kid, my 9-year-old, he has them for soccer and sports. He's very active, literally gets leg cramps. Guess what we give him? LMNT electrolytes. So if you're switching, being mindful of those side effects. Number 3, your blood panel. If you were on a Zepbound weight stall, when was the last time you had a blood panel? Are your blood panels normal? Meaning, like, has your healthcare provider asked you for them? Have you reviewed them? Is there something going on medically? Is your thyroid good? You know what I mean? Like, is there other stuff that you need to look at with your blood panel? My blood panels have been exceptional, which blows my mind, by the way. But having that information to make educated, smart, scientific choices off of them, big. In the words of Pretty Woman, big, huge. You want to make sure you're getting a blood panel so you have accurate information for your specific body, right? This is the game changer. If you stayed to this point, I said at the beginning, stay to this point. It's a game changer. For me, it was a game changer. And many of you are not going to like me saying this. So I'm saying with my hearts here, I have my little bluey shirt on with my hearts, with love, kindness, compassion, brace yourself, ready for impact. Are you ready for impact? Track your food. It's so simple, but it's not easy. Track your food. I literally I've said this. I mean, you can go back months and months and months and months and months and months of me having a weight stall. You know what broke that weight stall partially? Tracking my food. I was unrealistic with my portions. I was unrealistic with how many calories I was eating, and I was unnecessarily overeating, and I didn't even know it. And maybe it has nothing to do with your weight stall, and I'm saying this with love, kindness, compassion to myself 6 months ago. Maybe, sweet Elizabeth, and I'm literally holding my hands on your face. Maybe, sweet Elizabeth, your weight stall was nothing wrong with you, because you diverted back to that tape in your head, that old tape that's not true. There's nothing wrong with you. Literally, you need a new skill set to learn how to do this. And literally, my beautiful friend, maybe you just need a new skill set to learn how to do this. Maybe it's been so painful over the last few decades of figuring out how to lose weight and just trying and trying and trying and trying the Cabbage Soup diet and trying Weight Watchers, trying Atkins and trying every single diet and South Beach diet and Mediterranean diet and every single fad diet known to man. And trying and trying and trying. And maybe it's literally just track your food and see without emotion, because then it literally, my friend, becomes a mathematical equation. It's just a mathematical equation. I don't like saying calories in, calories out, because that's 1990s, but literally the mathematical equation of knowing how much I'm burning in a given day, which my Google Pixel Watch tells me, my Oura Ring tells me. I can see exactly how much. I've been testing the 2 of these. And the Count's been testing the Fitbit 4, so we'll have those results to you later. It's literally how many calories I'm burning a day, how many calories are coming in, and it's a mathematical equation. Is there a calorie deficit? And from that, I then can make this a scientific equation each week of how much weight I'm going to lose. And then it doesn't become an emotional thing. This is very emotional. It's personal, because it's been personal since I was put on my first diet in elementary school. It's been personal since then. It's been painful since then. And so there's a sensitivity with it that it's very hard to be like, oh, track food. For me, that's so superfluous. I'd be like, that's what I say in my head. My eye roll. But it is as simple as tracking my food and doing it day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, to figure out the pattern recognition, to figure out where I'm overeating, because I was. 6 months ago, I was. It wasn't the medication's fault. It wasn't Zepbound's fault. It wasn't Mounjaro's fault. It wasn't Tirzepatide's fault. It's literally, I needed to, this medication gave me the skill set to learn how to eat healthfully and to have a healthy relationship with food. But tracking that food tracking that food. I had said in previous videos, how have I been tracking food? So I have been tracking my food with my Zepbound weight loss. I had been just Googling it and then keeping a text chain to myself of adding up the calories. I've since moved over to MyFitnessPal, the free edition. I'm not paying for it because my lifting coach told me I had to. And so since he said to, I was like, fine. And so it's been very insightful. So I use MyFitnessPal because it's free. They have a premium edition. I don't use that. I just use the free one. But tracking your food. Maybe you'll be like me and be like, wow, it's literally a mathematical equation as to why I haven't been losing weight. But I couldn't emotionally do that earlier. I had to fix a couple of other things on my relationship with food before I could get to this step. So if you're not at this step yet, that's fine too, right? It's going to take what it's going to take. At least for me, that's what it did. So that's simple. It's easy, but not always. It's simple, but not always easy. And so I want to hear from you. Do you guys track? And if you don't, also for me, will I track the rest of my life? Probably not. But for now, I'm learning. There's pattern recognition happening. I'm seeing over and over, like what's happening with that. I'm like, oh, okay. So when I do this for my lunch and breakfast, this happens at nighttime in terms of my eating. That has been very insightful for me. Oh, I overate on calories today. Why was that? Where was my protein? What happened in the day? What was my food like? Very helpful. Where was that in conjunction with my shot? Where are we? Number 5. Okay. While you're sorting this out, while sorting, I want to challenge you to walk 10K steps while you're figuring all this out. And I know some of you have physical limitations, so whatever you can substitute with this. 10K steps. Walking 10K steps and tracking it, that's hard. In a given day, for me, it has been a new skill set walking 10K steps, but I'll tell you what, it's helping aid in my weight loss. I'm burning more calories. I'm making more muscle. It's going to help me be in better health. It makes me my mindset's better. Even when it's cold and icy outside, I'll go outside. I already walked 2 miles today in the snow and ice. But I did it because we had paved streets, so it was safe. I'm not saying in the ice, but the rest of them, then if you can't walk outside, I'm using my recumbent bike. Many of you asked, what recumbent bike are you using? I'll link it down on my Amazon list down below, my workout stuff down below, all of my workout equipment that I've been using indoors. This also doesn't have to be expensive. You can literally just walk in your house. I did that one night. If you guys didn't see that YouTube short of me walking loops in my house to beat the count on my husband and I have a 10K challenge. I'm currently losing, by the way. I'm a little salty about that, but I had been traveling, to be fair, so that's why I was a little bit behind. So walking the 10K steps, see that. Now, this is where some people are gonna prickle back. Just try it. Just try it. What do you have to lose walking 10K steps the next week? And come back and tell me how your results are. What happens when you walk 10K steps in a given week? Or what happens when you track your food in a week? Or what happens when you track your food and walk 10K steps in conjunction while you're sorting, if you're still trying to sort out your medication, right? And the last thing is, and by the way, with walking and exercising so much, electrolytes help so much with that too. The side effects with GLP-1 medication and walking and moving and lifting has been so helpful. The last thing, number 6, this is bonus tip time. Bonus tip time is I want to tell you, love, grace, kindness, compassion. In a world where it's in vogue right now to be really mean and cruel and nasty, let's have more love, grace, kindness, and compassion for ourselves. Of course, and for others too, but for ourselves. I know for myself, I love you all so much. If your eyeballs are still on this video, I sincerely love you. Sincerely, from my heart to yours, I love you. And the way I talk to myself would not be the way that I talk to, say, a viewer or a friend that's watching right now. I wouldn't talk to you that way, but I talk to myself that way. And so I want to encourage you as we go through the upcoming week, how can we change the talk to ourselves to be more loving, more kind? Because what's going to get us out of this is love, grace, kindness, and compassion. It's not harshness for me. That doesn't work for me. Being mean or unkind or belittling or One of you beautiful souls put on one of the comments, which I don't answer every comment, but I do read all the comments. So they said, float, not fight. And I love that. And so let's float along. Let's float on the journey of love, grace, kindness, and compassion. Let's float together. Let's float more and less fighting. Because I'm working towards this, but there's a mindset shift in that, right? And I tell you guys all the time, I'm really, really, really working on my mindset with all of this. To do what I'm doing right now, to be lifting what I'm lifting, it has been a mental game. It's changed my mental game is different. And I want to encourage you the same thing too, right? This medication truly has changed my life in so many facets. And so why not be happy, joyous, and free along this journey? Why not? So come join me. And I know you guys are. If you've made it this far in the video, you've joined me. Your accountability question today is, what are you doing today to move you closer to your goal? I want to know. And number 2, our emoji of the day is going to be floating or swimming. We're going to float, not fight. Let's float, not fight. So our emoji of the day, and people are like, what's the emoji of the day? If you've never heard me say that, it's basically our bat signal to each other. Like, I see you, that you made it this far in the video. And I'll pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, I'll uplift you in positive thoughts. And also, I really do truly care. Like, I care about you. If you've made it this far in the video, I flippin' care a lot about you, because if that means my content's resonating with you. And that is, we're probably very similar, right? One of our beautiful friends, Danielle, she's awesome. And so, like, we become friends on like Instagram, and there's like, it's amazing what literally the comment section of YouTube will do. So yeah, you never know. You never know. You never know. You get found to be on Oprah. Literally, I was on the Oprah show because of comments. So put your comment down below. Put your emoji of the day down below. And also, if you want to go ahead, and many of you ask about Element Electrolytes, go to drinkelement.com/queen. They've been the official sponsor of Countess of Shopping now, and I've been on them for the last 2 years, and I've loved it. I've loved it so much since 2023. So more than that. Has it been more? Yeah, it's been more than that. My math's wrong on that. It's been long. It's been a while. It's been a long time, and I love their stuff. I highly recommend. It's not. It's helped my weight loss journey so much, and for now, years plural. So go to drinkelement.com/queen. Get your 8 free sticks off of any free purchase. I think that's we've gone through today. We've been on the real Cirque du Soleil there, a real Tour de France of information. Make sure you check out tomorrow's daily show. Go get all the free resources linked in the description link below too. And if you want all the direct links to everything I talked about as well. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings, because life is delicious. I love you so super much. I'll see you on tomorrow's show. Have a great day. Bye guys.